everyone! Back for another video! Today is going to be on my ringneck turtle doves in the background here. You can see them sitting on the perch right about here. Although I can give you a better view. So that's them there, right here. Their names are Faith and Lebannen. Faith is the female and Lebannen is the male. Lebannen means father. These are my breeding pair. I used to breed them, but I don't anymore. But I have gotten several babies off of them and sold them over the years. Another name for them is the Cape turtle dove. And they come from East and Southern Africa. They mainly like to live in places like semi-desert, shrub areas, woodlands, farmlands, open plantations, that kind of place. They're actually in a wide variety of areas because they can adapt so well to their different climates and stuff. They don't migrate too often. The most times that you'll see them migrate is in tropical areas. If they live in tropical areas in the wild, they do tend to migrate. They come in a variety of different colors. These ones that I have here are called tangerines. They've produced babies that have been gray, that have been the same color as them. I've gotten what they call piebalds off of them, which means they're mostly white with patches of brown on them. So I've gotten those. The females are slightly bigger than the males in this species. But other than that, they look relatively the same on the outside. They can measure anywhere from 9 to 10 inches in length, and they weigh about 3 to 6 ounces. So they're not a very big bird at all. Interestingly enough, when they're babies, they don't have the black ring around the back of their necks. So I'll attach a picture of them in the video here somewhere, so you can see closer, but they've got a black ring halfway across the back of their necks. That's why they're called the ringneck turtle dove. Yeah, when they're babies, they don't have that. They get that at about 6 months of age, somewhere in there. And they're duller in color when they're babies. When their feathers first come in, they're very dull, then they brighten up as they age. They're usually found in pairs or alone. They're not found in flocks, like large groups, very often. The only time that you'll see them in that is around watering holes or around sources of food. But when you do see them in flocks, they're a lot. They can number in the hundreds. They gather together. For food, they eat different seeds, such as grass seeds, cereal grain seeds, milkweeds and pine seeds. They eat fruits and berries, and sometimes on occasions they will eat insects in the wild, like earthworms, termites, that kind of stuff. In captivity, I have a seed mixture that I give them. I can actually show you here. This is their seed mixture that they get in captivity. So pigeon and dove seed. It's got a lot of different types of seeds in it that they do eat. It's for pigeons and doves specifically, and it seems to work well for them. It's got proteins in it and oils in it and vitamins in it and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, they tend to like it quite well. It tends to do the job. Once in a while I will throw in some type of fruit. They like when I will chop up grapes for them. They eat the fleshy insides of the grapes. So, because their beaks are really soft, so they're not meant to cracking open any fruit or anything like that. They just drink the juices. So, yeah, I will give them some of that every now and then. As far as mating goes, the males are the ones that attract the females in the species, and they do so in the wild by going up a very steep cliff and then spiraling off of it. And they have their wings and their tails spread to try and attract the female. They will also, from the ground and in captivity, they will do a bow cooing. So the males will bow down to the females while making a cooing sound. If the female accepts the male, she will make a laughing sound. And that's how he knows that he's getting somewhere. The breeding for them takes 2 to 3 days to construct a nest. That's my parrot next door. It takes 2 to 3 days to construct a flimsy nest. Sometimes they'll use nests that have been abandoned by other birds. And they usually build it about 2 to 10 meters off the ground. They do that, and then they will lay 2 to 4 white eggs, and both parents will take turns in incubating the eggs. No. 2 to 3 weeks after that, the babies will hatch. They are born featherless and blind, so they're very dependent on the parents. Both parents will participate in keeping the young warm and in feeding the young. And the way that they feed the young is they, when they eat, they store the food in what they call a crop. The crop is on the top of the nose and in the throat, in both those places. So they can store food in there and it becomes like a mush, like really, really soft. And then they regurgitate that food, as gross as that sounds. They will regurgitate that food and feed it to the babies. The babies fledge or leave the nest around 16 days of age, and they do tend to stay in the area for a little while, but not too long before they go out on their own to try and find their own mates. Doves are very good breeders. They can have up to 5 batches or broods of babies per year. They will mate more than that in the captivity if you let them, but it's not good for them to do it because it's too hard on the female to lay that many eggs. Doves are hand tameable if you want to hand tame them, to hold them and bring them out of their cage. I've never done that with these guys. I can go in and pet them and kind of pick them up a bit, but I've never really done that with these guys just because they were my breeding pair. And when they're breeding, it's not good to handle them because it stresses them out. So I never really hand tamed these guys. All the babies that I did breed, I hand tamed, or at least started to hand tame before I sold them. So hopefully the new owners kept up with that and they are hand tamed now. But anyway, that is the ringneck turtle dove, or the Cape turtle dove. Like I said, I'll attach a picture probably at the end here, so you can see them a little bit better since I can't take them out. The next video that I do is probably going to be in the new year. It's getting pretty busy here around Christmas and New Year's for me because it's Christmas time here. So yeah, probably in the new year I'll do a new video, and it's going to be on the ones over here, which are the sugar gliders. So that's going to be a little bit more interesting to do because, well, you'll see. They're going to be jumping all around me and everything, so it's going to be interesting. We'll see how that works out. But Phoenix is still in his cage, so he's kind of upset, and the dog is upset too. But yeah, so that's my new video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. I'll see if I can answer them. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which the links will be in the description. and I will catch you next time. Bye!